Niners. Let's go Niners. Let's go Niners. Let's go Niners. Faithful Niner Empire. What's good? You know who it is. It's your boy, Jay in the Bay. Faithful Niner Empire. It's about that time. Playoff time is finally here. I've been counting down the hours, the minutes, the seconds until we get to kickoff. I'm so excited for this game. And of course, I'm with the faithful, the Niner Empire, the best fans in the NFL. I can't wait till the 49ers and Cowboys renew their rivalry. And it's going to be a hell of a game, man. I can't wait. I really can't wait. Shout out to everyone watching Jay in the Bay Facebook, Jay in the Bay YouTube, Jay in the Bay Twitter. Also, if you're checking in my Jay in the Bay IG as well, appreciate you. And this show is nothing. It's nothing without the faithful, without the people in the comment section. Feel free to leave your thoughts about the game in the comments. I will be responding to the comments. And we got quite a few people in here, at least a lot of comments. So I appreciate that. Let's get to the comments. Let's see who we got up in here today. All right. Let's see. We got Celts Chronicles in the building. What's good? Thanks for tuning in to the stream, Celts. I know you are geeked up for this matchup between them good old Dallas Cowboys. Celts Chronicle says, since a boy, I always feel like I'm going to play in the game. I'm hyped but calm, excited to the fullest. Faithful, rise up. Stay blessed, Jay. Yay! Same to you, Celts Chronicles, man. Same to you, man. I'm very, very, very excited for this game. Obviously, coming into the season, I thought we would have a better record than what we had. But at the end of the day, right now, it doesn't matter. We're in the playoffs, and the real season starts right now. All the records and stats, they don't really mean too much. They tell you what a team has done in the regular season and in the most recent games. But at the end of the day, you start off, this is game one. And hey, whoever the best team today will win. We got SG Sports Talk Channel in the building. What's good? Thanks for tuning in to the stream, man. Thank you for your continued support of Jay in the Bay. I appreciate it. Appreciate the kind thoughts, SG Sports Talk Channel. Speaking of Trent Williams, man, the big silver back. I'm glad that he will be in the lineup today. He will be active. He's ready to go, ready to compete. Now, if you guys remember, Trent Williams, he used to be with the Washington football team. So he's gone up against the Dallas Cowboys for the bulk of his career 2 times a year. So there's no way. I mean, Trent Williams was going to miss this game. Obviously, we wish he could have played last week, but we're glad that he's certainly here, and we're glad that he's available. And kudos to Colton McKivitz. He filled in pretty well last week. But it's definitely great to have an all-pro left tackle back in protecting Jimmy G's blind side. Let's see. SG says, who do you think should start? Oh, it's Jimmy G. It's Jimmy G all day right now. I mean, that's who Shanahan trusts. Jimmy G has played well. We riding with Jimmy G, man. Riding with Jimmy. We got Manuel Martinez in the building. What's good? Thanks for tuning in to the stream, man. Hopefully your Sunday is going well. I know you're geeked up for the game, man. And SG says, thoughts on Kyle Shanahan. Man, I think Kyle Shanahan, he is going to have one of his finest games today. I know that the man on the other side, Micah Parsons, number 11, he's a hot shot rookie. But I don't think he's seen an offense like the 49ers before, at least up close and personal with all the pre-snap motion, the shifts. You don't know who's running the ball, whether it's Debo, Mitch. The possibilities are endless. Kittle on the screen, you never know. So I think Shanahan will be in his bag for this game, and I think he will. He's going to make the Cowboys' best players ineffective. I think that's one of the keys to this game plan. Don't allow them to take over the game, and I think Shanahan is great at doing that. He does that against Aaron Donald twice a year. So, hey, we should be able to do that against Micah Parsons. We will get into who will be the X factor for this game. But SG Sports Talk Channel, leave me your X factor. Let me know who your X factor will be in this game versus some good old Dallas Cowboys.
Completely agree with you, Double M. Completely agree with you, man. Let's see. Yes, Manuel Martinez, Trent Williams will start. And let's get into the latest 49ers news coming up. So this is the latest 49ers news. Punter Mitch Wishnowsky, we know he suffered a tough hit in last week's game against the LA Rams, attempting to make a tackle. But punter Mitch Wishnowsky has cleared concussion protocol. He is active and ready to punt today. So that is, great news. And of course, shout out to Robbie Gould. He did an excellent job last week for us in punting and kicking. He did a great job. You couldn't have asked more of Robbie Gould. Also, the 49ers have elevated cornerback Darqueze Dennard, someone we recently signed within the last 2 weeks from the practice squad to the active roster. Also, linebacker Mark Zachoa, he will be on the active roster today, and he was on special teams last week. I believe Dennard got in on some defensive snaps last week, but I don't know if that will continue today because this is the healthiest 49ers team I think we've seen all year. We're getting guys back. K'Waun Williams will be back in the slot. Of course, I mentioned Trent Williams earlier. He will be back. Jimmy G's off the injury report, so that's also a good sign. The running back depth chart is pretty much healthy. I'm not sure if Trey Sermon is on the active roster, but honestly, I'm not really looking for him to contribute much because Shanahan has proven through his actions he's not right now. Sermon is a Jag. He's just another guy right now. No, I'm not down on the rookie. I don't think he's a bust, but right now he's just a Jag. He's just another guy. Clearly, he's at the bottom of the running back depth chart, unless we see him in the game today. But I would be surprised by that. If you guys are enjoying the stream, if you guys are ready for some playoff 49ers Cowboys football, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. I would appreciate it. Also hit that subscribe button if you haven't. And if you are really enjoying the content, feel free to share it out to other 49er fans or NFL fans who you think will like the content, man. I appreciate it. We also have some injury news. So linebacker Azeez, Marcel Harris, and safety Hufanga are questionable in this game. Hopefully they will be able to play, but as of right now, they are questionable. We should know, I would say, in an hour or so whether they'll be able to play. But fortunately, Greenlaw will be there right beside Fred Warner. Greenlaw, I don't know about you guys, but Greenlaw flashed last week against the Rams. I loved his aggressiveness. He was all over the field. Granted, I don't like the penalties, but he can tone that down, but still keep his aggressiveness and just play to the whistle, not past the whistle. Now let's continue on with these comments. Let's see. Manuel Martinez says, I think the Niners have a great chance to win if they grind it on the ground. You know it, Manuel. You know it. That's what the 49ers game plan is. The Cowboys, they are an average run defense. They have allowed 100 rushing yards, and I believe at least 10 of their games this year. So they don't do a great job at slowing down the run. And the 49ers have one of the best rushing attacks in the NFL, not only due to Kyle Shanahan, and the way he schemes up the running game, and also the running backs we have, Elijah Mitchell, the man can do it all. Deebo Samuel. Hopefully we see Jeff Wilson Jr. get some carries, but it seems like when Elijah Mitchell is healthy, he gets the bulk of the carries. But I think we should use Jeff Wilson Jr. more. Hey, I appreciate that, SG Sports Talk. Appreciate that, man. And SG Sports Talks gives us an early prediction of the 49ers and Cowboys game. Okay, he's got the 49ers winning this game 45-34. All right, man. Manuel says our defense will be fine. I agree. As long as we get after Dak, I think we'll be quite all right. Get after Dak, make him feel uncomfortable in the pocket. And I think our secondary is healthiest it's been all year. Mosley will be there. I think Ambry Thomas will probably start opposite of Mosley, and then of course you got K'Waun Williams. So I'm looking forward to this 49ers secondary versus the Cowboys wide receivers. Manuel Martinez gives us a early prediction. He's got the Niners winning 37-28. All right, man. I like that. I can dig it. Let's see. Now, the Cowboys, let's talk about the Cowboys for a second. I will get into their injuries and who's active and who's not. But, I got to give credit to the Cowboys. They are having an excellent regular season. They won the NFC East division. The Cowboys do have one of the best offenses in the NFL. Obviously, they're led with Dak. They want to have a solid running game as well as a solid passing game. They want to be able to do both successfully. But I think this is where the 49ers defense will come in. We've done pretty well against the running game, especially the last 2 months. I think with Eric Armstead moving inside next to DJ Jones, that's really helped in defending the running game. And I don't think the Cowboys will be able to run the ball effectively. I don't think Zeke the Freak is the same running back that he was, the first few years of his career. Pollard, he is coming back from injury. I believe he's practicing fully since December 2nd, I believe. But if you look at his game log, he hasn't really gotten a lot of carries. And he hasn't really been, that productive back since he's come back from injury. But he is coming back from injury. But I don't think he'll get his career game going up against this 49ers defense. So I anticipate the Cowboys will have to throw the ball. And that can be a gift and a curse, right? Because we know the issues we have with our secondary. Fortunately, I don't think Josh Norman will get, many snaps on the defensive side of the ball. I think Ambry Thomas being there starting will kind of eliminate that. And let's be real, Josh Norman, he's great. He's a great peanut puncher, but if he's not doing that, he's getting beat or he's, getting penalties. So I think the secondary will be fine as long as we play disciplined football and we don't, penalize ourselves with pass interference penalties or holding penalties. I think we'll do just fine. And if Dak has to throw the ball 40 to 50 times, that means our defensive linemen, all we got to do is worry about the pass and go after Dak. And I think that will definitely benefit us on Sunday. And kickoff is in about, an hour and 47 minutes. Can't wait. So the Cowboys' latest injury news, linebacker Keanu Neal has been ruled out. Now, linebacker Keanu Neal, he was with the Atlanta Falcons the majority of his career when Dan Quinn was there. And he played the safety position there. And with the Cowboys, he's playing linebacker. But he's played 61% of the Cowboys snaps. So this is a huge part of their defense that will be missed. And the Cowboys, they don't really have a lot of depth in that linebacking room. So that could be something to monitor if the Cowboys will be able to play better or at least play as good without him. But that could be a stretch, to say the least. Also active will be left tackle mainstay. He's been there for, a decade at least. Left tackle Tyron Smith, he will be active today. Running back Tony Pollard will be active as well. And safety Jaron Kearse will be active. And safety Jaron Kearse, he's interesting. He had an interview and he basically said, hey, Kittle's a great tight end, but also Kittle, he has to go against me. So that will be an interesting matchup. Jaron Kearse, the Cowboys safety, going up against George Kittle, the tight end. And George Kittle, he did not have a fantastic day receiving the ball last week. I think part of that was due to him blocking, helping out on Trent Williams' side because Trent Williams wasn't there, of course. So hopefully we see more of George Kittle. Hopefully George Kittle will be unleashed today against the Dallas Cowboys because we know George Kittle, he's a mismatch nightmare. There's not many players in the NFL that can guard George Kittle. So let's continue on with these comments. SG says, do you think this is Jimmy G's last season in San Francisco and Trey Lance will start in 2020? Yes, in 2022. Yes, I do think this is Jimmy G's last season. If we win the Super Bowl with Jimmy G as a starter, two things can be true. That means that we had a hell of a season. That also means that if we put Jimmy G on the trade market, hey, maybe some teams would be interested in Jimmy G. I think some teams are interested in Jimmy G right now. Saints, Broncos, Giants, Steelers. Those are four right off the back that I think could be or that are interested in upgrading the quarterback position, and they may be interested in Jimmy G. So if we just so happen to win the Super Bowl, Jimmy G's the starting quarterback, hey, maybe we can get at least a second, maybe even a first-round pick for him. I think that's obviously the high. I think more realistically, it'll probably be between a third and a fifth round pick, most likely for Jimmy G. But there's no doubt this is Trey Lance's team, and it's just only a matter of time. Manuel Martinez says we just need to make sure we keep an eye on Pollard in the passing game. Okay. Yeah, that will be interesting to see. Yeah, Dak does like to throw to his running back. So obviously our linebackers will most likely be covering that. So I'm confident in Fred Warner and Dre Greenlaw's pass cover ability. That's for sure. Manuel says, I do, no matter what the outcome of our season, we've invested way too much in Lance and picks to not have him start next year. I completely agree with you. I completely agree with you, Double M. Especially also with Jimmy G's salary, we're going to have to continue to add talent to this team. And if we have an extra 25 to 26 million, that can definitely help in, adding more talent to the cornerback room. Maybe adding some more offensive line depth, maybe re-signing Arden Key or someone like that. So we're definitely going to need that money that Jimmy G is, currently has. So I think it's a no-brainer to move off of Jimmy G next year. Manuel says, hopefully Jimmy G has a great rest of the postseason so we can shop him for better picks. I completely agree with you, man. Completely agree with you. Let's see. We have Redder in the building. What's good? Thanks for coming through to the stream, Redder. Good luck to your Steelers tonight against some good old KC Chiefs. We got Damian Lee in the house. I appreciate you for coming through, man. What's good? Thanks for tuning into the stream. He says, let's go red and gold. That's right, man. Playoff time. What could be better? Both of these teams are playing at a really high level. And I can't wait for them to kick off. Let's see. I want to talk a little bit about some of the Cowboys' disadvantages coming into this game. Now, there's no doubt the Cowboys have one of the best offenses in the NFL. They won their NFC East division. They have a young corner in Diggs who leads the league in interceptions with 11, but he also has given up the most receiving yards. So Diggs, he's a boom or bust player, right? He loves to take risks and go after the picks, but you can also throw to his side. But he is very great at the point of attack, and he can take the ball away from you. They also are really good in sacking the quarterback with Micah Parsons. He's very good, but this team does also lead the league in penalties. So this didn't really affect them in the regular season, but I think in the postseason, this could have an effect on the outcome of the game. And obviously one of my keys is already make sure the 49ers play disciplined football. But one of the Cowboys' disadvantages, they do lead the league in penalties, as I mentioned. Now, their run defense, which is paramount in this game, because we know the faithful, the Niner Empire. We know that Shanahan wants to run the ball at least 30 to 40 times, and the Cowboys' run defense has allowed 4.5 yards per carry. And that's pretty high. And if you look at the 49ers defense, we've only allowed about 3.2 yards per carry. So obviously there will be some advantages for the 49ers today in the running game. And I think we will see that come to fruition. Also, the Cowboys, the lack of strength of schedule for the Cowboys is it's something that it's not their fault. No one picks their schedule, right? But I think you have to judge them based on who they've played. And they haven't really had a lot of success versus playoff teams. And I just want to illustrate that real quick. Let me add this let me just add this screen so you guys can see who the Cowboys have played versus who the Niners have played. And then we can judge them based on that. So looking at the Cowboys schedule, let's look over the last 2 months, right? So we'll start in November against them good old Denver Broncos. They lost to the Broncos at home. Broncos are on a playoff team, and the Broncos were also led by Teddy Bridgewater. They beat the brakes off the Falcons. Okay, Falcons are on a playoff team. They lost to the Chiefs. All right. Hey, the Chiefs are one of the best teams in the NFL. They only scored 9 points, though. Look at the Cowboys offense. This high-powered Cowboys offense only scored 9 points against them good old Kansas City Chiefs. Wow. And the Kansas City Chiefs, their defense, can play elite at times, and clearly they did that day. but they're not one of the best defenses in the NFL. The Cowboys lost to the Raiders in overtime in Dallas. That was, Raiders are a playoff team, or they were a playoff team. The Cowboys, they beat up on the Saints. Who was the Saints quarterback? Oh, yeah, Taysom Hill. So, they haven't really played that competition, man. I just don't see it. They haven't played some of the best teams. Let's continue to go. Cowboys beat up on Washington. Who's their quarterback? Oh, yeah, Heineke. Cowboys beat up on the Giants. Daniel Jones, I don't think he'll be with the Giants much longer. That was a failure as a first-round pick for the New York Giants. They beat up on Washington again, and then they lost to the Cardinals, who are a playoff team. So, and then they beat up on the Eagles, but the Eagles laid down. The Eagles didn't even want to play, and I think the Eagles are losing right now, in the playoffs. So, my point is this Cowboys team, they haven't really played the upper echelon talent, and the teams that they have played in the past 2 months, weren't really bringing much to the table. And the Cowboys stats, they're padded. There's no doubt. The Cowboys stats are padded. They haven't played the elite defenses, but they haven't played a 49ers defense like this, and I can't wait. I can't wait to see how this Cowboys offense fares against this 49ers defense. But that's their strength of schedule the last 2 months. Let's continue on with these comments. Let's see. Redder says, please win 49ers. Absolutely. Niner Faithful. What's good? Thanks for tuning in to the stream, Niner Faithful. How is your Sunday going? I know you're geeked up for the game. We got David Renteria in the building. What's good? Thanks for tuning in to the stream, David Renteria. For those that don't know, DR is a Arizona Cardinals fan. Great news for the Cardinals. JJ Watt is coming back, and he'll be ready for that Monday night showdown against the Rams. That's going to be an exciting game. Looking forward to it. I appreciate that, SG Sports Talk. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate you, DR. We got West Coast Niners in the house. What's good? Thanks for tuning in to the stream. He says, let's go Niners. Let's go Niners. 100, man. 100. Let's see. Looks like we got a new subscriber to Jay in the Bay. Hey, I appreciate that. Thanks for tuning in to the stream. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. And if you come here for 49ers content, you come to the right place. So I appreciate that. Whoever subscribed. Let's see. David Renteria says he's 2-0 in his playoffs prediction. Okay. Well, the Cardinals have yet to win a playoff game under the Kingsbury era. So and Kyler Murray era. So we'll see if they're able to get off the schneid. Yeah. The Eagles, they're not looking pretty good against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's for sure. Damian Lee says the Buffalo Bills remember that song Mike Jones too. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, hey, Patriots, they were just clearly beat by the better team. Let's see. We got the Ramilia Sports Report in the house. What's good? Thanks for tuning in to the stream, man. Good luck to your Rams against some good old Arizona Cardinals on Monday night. He says, what's good, my Niner brother at Jay and the Bay? Good luck today. It's going to be a great game. I agree, man. I agree. I can't wait. It's going to be a close back and forth game all the way. SG Sports Talk channel gives me his X Factor. I appreciate that, man. He says his X Factor for the Niners will be Deebo Samuel. And it don't matter if you hide that chain, because Deebo's going to find it. He's going to take it from you. And I'm looking forward to see what Deebo can do against this Cowboys defense. That's for sure. Because Diggs, he may lead the league in interceptions, but can he come up and tackle Deebo Samuel? You sure he wants to do that? I don't know. We'll see. He's going to have to show me. We got Party of Two, Brandon and Joy in the house. What's good? Thanks for tuning in to the stream. Appreciate you for coming through. Feel free to like and subscribe, Joy. I appreciate that. Niner Faithful says, I see Aziz if he plays, or E-Man being the X Factor today with a big interception. All right, man. Hey, I can dig that. I see it. Can you imagine having – when was the last time we had Fred Warner playing, Greenlaw playing, and Aziz playing all at the same time? I wonder – I don't even remember when was the last time that happened. So it's definitely going to be good. Hopefully Aziz can play. As of right now, he is questionable along with Talanoa Hufanga and who else? Let's see. So he is questionable along with Talanoa Hufanga, Marcel Harris, and Aziz. Those three players are questionable to play today. Hopefully they will be able to suit up and contribute to the game. Let's see. Oh, wow. Wow, party of two. Brandon and Joy is predicting the Cowboys win over the Niner Empire. All right. Hey, we'll see. We'll see. I appreciate your honesty. I'll say that. I appreciate your honesty. Manuel Martinez says we're running for $180 today. Wow, that would be a successful game to have if we were able to put up that many yards against them good old Cowboys. I think we'll be able to put up at least 150, at least. Let's see. Redder says Zeke won't be the only running back problem because Pollard is really good too. To be totally honest, I don't think Zeke will be that much of a factor in today's game. I think Pollard will probably have a better chance to be the better running back today. But there's no doubt the Cowboys want to establish the running game. They want to have a balanced attack to go along with their passing offense. But the 49ers have done a pretty good job in the last 2 months in slowing down opposing teams' runs. So, we'll see what gives. We shall see what gives. Damian Lee offers up a prediction for the game. He's got the Niners winning 31-17. Okay. Hey, I like that. We got Jay Eli in the house. What's good? Thanks for tuning in to the stream. He says, waiting to see that red wave today. Niners by 2 scores. Yeah, that's another thing. Man, the Niners, we travel well, don't we? I wish I could travel to every away game, but man, the Niners travel well. And we'll see the disparity at the stadium. We'll see, because I think the Cowboys, they wanted their fans to wear white. Niners, of course, are wearing red. And last week against them LA Rams, I think it was like 70-30 49ers fans. So we'll see what the what the percentages will be in the game today. But yeah, there should be a lot of red in that stadium rooting for the 49ers. Star Scream Sub 026. What's good? Thanks for tuning in to the stream, man. How is your Sunday going? Now, Jay says Pollard's not fully healthy. Well, he has played. Let me double check this, but I believe he has played since December 2nd, I believe. Let me just double check that real quick. So I know he's coming back from injury. And yes, so he has played since December 2nd. So this is what Tony Pollard has done since he's been back from injury. Obviously, he was used sparingly January 2nd against the Cardinals. And then he didn't even play last week against the Eagles. And then, he's had his best game, you could say, against the Giants and the Saints. I think our run defense is better than the Giants. There's no question. The Saints probably have a pretty good run defense as well, but our run defense, I believe, is top 5. So since he's been back from injury, and as you can see, he's slowly getting back. But we'll see what he can bring, man. There's no doubt he is very talented, and he's had a pretty good year this season. 130 carries, 719 yards. He's averaging about 5.5 yards per carry. But, hey, if we keep him under that, I think we'll be doing good. I think we can keep him probably under 4 yards a carry. And I think the 49ers defense is very, very capable of doing that. We got Sacrifice TV with Ken in the house. What's good? Thanks for tuning in, man. He says, I got the Niners taking the W. Y'all keep a solid run game this afternoon and keep the ball away from that offense. Y'all win. I completely agree with your Sacrifice TV with Ken, and keep doing what you're doing on your YouTube channel as well, man. I enjoy watching your streams. But, yeah, man, I appreciate that, man. I think the 49ers will win this game as well. And we got JR Meadows in the house. What's good? Thanks for tuning in. He says Cowboys will be well done by halftime steakhouse Sunday. Wow. That's pretty good, JR. Kels Chronicle says Dallas has whited out their seats. The red will stand out even more. Completely agree, man. Completely agree with you. Let's see. We talked about a little bit of the Cowboys disadvantages. Now, 49ers advantages. Let's talk about it. Faithful. Obviously, it's the running game. Mitchell will be the main ball carrier. I expect Mitchell to get at least 17 to 19 carries in this game, over 100 yards rushing. We know what Debo is going to bring to the table. He's going to bring in his about 6 to 10 carries, probably average at least 7 to 8 yards per carry. And we know that that's definitely a huge advantage for the 49ers. As I mentioned before, the Cowboys, they allow 4.5 yards per carry. And the 49ers, I think we will get at least that, if not more, and expect the 49ers to run the ball at least 30 times in this game. I think there's an interesting matchup between Kyle Shanahan and Dan Quinn. Obviously, they were with each other with the Atlanta Falcons. They went to the Super Bowl together. They know each other really well. But I think Shanahan will have an advantage, especially over young players like Micah Parsons, who's never really seen a offense like the 49ers up close and personal. I should say he's seen it, but he's never played against it up close and personal. And he will see it up close. But I think it'll be too late for him. This offense has made kind of Bobby Wagner, Luke Kuechly look kind of, shaky at times because they don't know what to expect. The pre-snap motion, Debo, Ayuk doing reverses, screen passes. Like, there's so much to go on with this offense. I don't know if this Cowboys defense is ready for it. I don't think they're going to know what hit them. Obviously, the pass rush has been paramount for this defense. This pass rush is one of the main reasons why this defense has been top 5 ranked for the majority of I should say for at least the last 2 months, because we definitely struggled a little bit in the first half of the season. But the last 2 months, I think this defense has hit their stride. One of those reasons is the front. Nick Bosa's having an amazing comeback year. Last year when he suffered the torn ACL, he's having a standout year. Should have been first team All-Pro, but whatever. Also, Armstead, I think Armstead is having probably his best season as a 49er in his career. And probably 2019 will probably be his best year sack-wise. But I think overall, the ability to play inside and outside has really helped this run defense. And Armstead is definitely a player that the Cowboys will need to account for. Got to talk about Go DJ. That's my DJ. Go DJ. Hopefully we can keep DJ Jones after this year. He will be a free agent. He's having an excellent year, very stout in the run game, and he can get after the quarterback with that inside pressure from a defensive tackle standpoint. He's having a great year. Arden Key, man, he is having I would say the last month and a half, he's really come on strong. He's been probably the best edge sacker outside of Nick Bosa on this team. And he was a player that was drafted by the Raiders. It didn't really work out there. Chris Kruseric, give credit to the defensive line coach. He's gotten the most out of Arden Key. And I think this 49ers defensive line goes about 6, 8, maybe even 10 players deep. Jordan Willis. I think Maurice Hurst will be active today. And Maurice Hurst, at the beginning of the year, was supposed to be the starting defensive tackle next to Javon Kinlaw, but Hurst has been battling the calf injury. So Hurst will be there. Jordan Willis, Kentavious Street, Kevin Givens. I mean, the names just go on. Samson Ebukam. I know it's Samson Ebukam, but that's how I love to say it. But Samson, man, we signed him over from the LA Rams. He's been providing a spark as well. Looking forward to what he can do. But, man, this team can go 8 to 10 deep along that defensive line, and that's great, providing fresh bodies, fresh legs against this running game, and also to go after Dak. The offensive playmakers are aplenty on the 49ers, just like they are on the Cowboys. You got Debo. You got the Ayuk show. Of course, you got Kittle. You got Mitchell. Juwan Jennings had a career game last week. So the weapons are aplenty on this team, and I can't wait to see what we can do against this Cowboys defense. So these are some of the advantages I see for the 49ers on Sunday. And I think one of the biggest is I think it's just Kyle Shanahan. And we will see. We got John in the house. Thank you for coming through to the stream today. What's good? Man, he says, you see any Trey Lance packages this game? I just don't see it, man. If you guys been watching me, and I know John has, I've been saying, oh, well, maybe Trey can get in this game, or maybe Trey can get in that game. But it's just not gonna happen, man. Shanahan is all in. The chips have been moved all to the table, and he's betting on Jimmy G. And I don't see any Trey Lance packages unless Jimmy G gets hurt. But I just don't see it in this game. Do you see any Trey Lance packages this game, John? Let me know in them comments. We got Sacrifice TV says 100% right, bro. They haven't beat any elite teams. I agree, man. I completely agree. They beat up on the NFC East. I believe they were undefeated in their division, but they're playing teams like the Giants, the Eagles, and Washington, man. So, we look at our schedule. Look at our teams, at least in the division. The Cardinals are a playoff team. The Rams are a playoff team. And when we lost 2 times to the Seahawks, they got an elite quarterback in Russell Wilson. So I just think there's a different level of talent. Ranger 44 is in the house. What's good? Thanks for tuning into the stream. Ranger 44 says Niners all day. Let's go. Absolutely. Niner Faithful says week 1, I think they all played. And Niner Faithful is referencing to me thinking out loud. I was like, well, when was the last time Warner, Aziz, and Greenlaw all played together? And Niner Faithful says, think maybe week 1, but Fred, Dre, and Aziz all healthy is going to be a problem for them boys. Absolutely. And Aziz is questionable. I think he had the ankle sprain and he missed the last 2 games, and we'll see what he can do today. Hopefully he can suit up and be active. Looks like we got Tommy Huxley in the building. What's good? He says, yeah, no, that is very true, Tommy. They gave up a lot of rushing yards to the Eagles last week, but the Cowboys didn't really have anything to play for in that game. So Pollard is expected to play. Tommy, he is expected to play, so the Cowboys will have a dual running back threat with Pollard and Zeke the Freak. Let's see. That's a great song, SG Sports Talk channel. Great song, man. Luke Luna, what's good? Thanks for tuning in to the stream, Double L. He says he's got the Niners winning 31-20. All right. I like that. Hey, I completely agree with you, Tommy. And Tommy is giving us one of his keys to victory. And if you're in the chat right now, if you are enjoying the stream, if you are ready for some 49ers Cowboys football, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and feel free to drop a key to the game for victory for the 49ers today. My key, I'm just going to start it off. One of my keys is the 49ers got to play discipline. Can't have turnovers. Hopefully no Jimmy no throws. No fumbles by Jimmy. And also, we got to limit our penalties. I love Greenlaw last week. He was aggressive. He was all over the field, running sideline to sideline. But he had a few plays that he played beyond the whistle. And we can't have those plays going up against the Cowboys. So that's one of my keys. Play disciplined football today. We got Niner Sickness in the building. What's good? He says, hello, Jay and the Bay and all the faithful. The Niner Empire. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, Tommy, man. The Eagles, they ain't ready. They ain't ready. And the Buccaneers are a pretty good team. No doubt. I agree with you, SG Sports Talk, 24/7, 365. We got Young Hitter in the house. What's good? He says, what's good, Jay and the Bay? Hope you're having a wonderful, blessed day. Let's get this dub. Niner Empire. Completely agree with you, Young Hitter. Appreciate you for coming through to the stream today. Let's see. Luke Luna. The Cowboys are third to last against pre-snap motions when defending the run. 15th in general. I think we have success today running the ball. Let's be honest. We will at all costs. Yeah. And I agree. I appreciate those stats. And I agree, especially with your last sentiment. We will at all costs. Shanahan proved that last week against the Rams in the second half where we ran the ball 10 straight times on one drive. And that's when the man behind me, Debo, threw that trick play to Juwan Jennings. So we will run at all costs. It doesn't matter if we're down. We will continue to run the ball, especially if the 49ers defense is able to get stops. So that'll be huge. And one thing about this 49ers defense, we got to be able to get off the field on third down. The Cowboys, they have been one of the best third down offensive teams in the last month. I believe they're like top 5. I think they're converting about 50% of their third down conversion. So 49ers defense will have a tall task in getting off the field on third down. Young hitter, it's game day. Let's go Niners. Absolutely. Let's see. Now, there will be a key matchup, of course, between the 49ers offensive line versus the Cowboys D-line. Now, the Cowboys, they got DeMarcus Lawrence, he's a solid defensive lineman. Randy Gregory is probably their second most productive as far as sacks along the defensive line. He is second. And then, of course, you got Micah Parsons, who can do it all, but they normally use him in sacking the quarterback. So, yeah, we'll see. I think Trent Williams' side is obviously not even a concern, but, we got Tom Compton starting in at right tackle. He will be going up against probably either Randy Gregory or DeMarcus Lawrence. So that will be an intriguing matchup between those two. But if necessary, hey, give Tom Compton help so that way we can continue to have a clean pocket for Jimmy G. But that's really the only side I'm concerned about. And honestly, as a fan, I'm just excited to see Micah Parsons up close and personal. He's having a hell of a year, but I think Shanahan will confuse the rookie. I think that's got to be the 49ers game plan. Confuse the rookie, especially with all the pre-snap, before the snap. You don't know whether it's going to be a run, pass, play action. But it'd be interesting to see Micah Parsons up close and personal, and we'll see how good he is going up against upper echelon teams in the NFL. Let's see. Niner Faithful says 49ers Twitter just posted seeing a lot of red. Let's get it, Faithful. Let's get it. Luke Luna, if DJ Jones wants the bag, we may have to let him go and put our faith in Kinlaw coming back because he's playing on that rookie contract that helps us pay others. It's a great problem to have, Double L. It's definitely a great problem to have, Luke. Players are outperforming their contracts, especially if they're on one-year deals. They're going to be expecting a payday. We will have some salary cap, but how much more money are we going to put into our defensive line? We know Nick Bosa is coming up for a contract extension. We already have Armstead, who's making top dollar as a defensive tackle. We already have Javon Kinlaw, who we drafted in the first round. So we've already added a lot of talent and assets and salary cap to the defensive line. It all depends what DJ Jones wants. If he wants north of $6 to $8 million, we might have to say bye-bye, especially on a multi-year deal. But hey, DJ Jones earns whatever he can get on the open market, and he's a hell of a player. So, but I wish the best for him. Hopefully we can keep him. But I'm never going to tell a player to take less. They should get whatever a team is willing to pay. But we'll just have to continue to stockpile talent, in that area, with especially the defensive line. Playoff football SG. That's right. We got NYCE in the house. What's good? NYCE says, rah. What's up, Jay? Let's get after these Cowboys. All gas, no brakes. That's right. We start over. Today is game one. It's game one. None of the regular season matters. You can control your destiny right now today. He says Kittle, Bosa, and Warner are going to take their frustration out for not making first or second all NFL team. All right, man. Hey, if that helps them elevate their game, I'm all for it, man. We got Evan Sports Corner in the building. What's good? I think Evan is the second Cowboys fan who has entered the chat. What's good, man? He says, go Cowboys. Okay, man. Good luck to your team. I'm wishing health for your team, the Cowboys. Hey, man, and I'm looking forward to the game. Luke Luna, we are undefeated when I'm wearing my white and red Bosa jersey with my white hat, red bill, red cursive 49ers hat. All right, you're a good luck charm, Luke, and it's my birthday today. Happy birthday, Luke Luna. Happy birthday, man. I'm glad you could spend some of your day, some of your time on Jay in the Bay, man, YouTube channel. I appreciate you, man. Let's see. Luke Luna says, sorry to those that have heard. It's my birthday from other pods I frequently follow. It's all good, man. Happy birthday. NYCE. Dak is 11 touchdowns and 0 interceptions in the last 5 games. And I'm glad, NYCE, that you're adding context to this stat. He says they played Washington twice, Eagles, Giants, and Cardinals. As I look at those teams' pass rush, I think ours is a lot better. I completely agree. Now the Eagles have a pretty good front four, but I think we have a better overall defense. Washington's defense isn't really the same without Chase Young. And Cardinals, they got a pretty good defense. I think our defense stacks well with the Cardinals. It's pretty, and they lost to the Cardinals. The Cowboys did. So, I think we stack up pretty well. Blue True, what's good? Blue True says, happy 49er wonderful birthday, Sir Luke Luna. Enjoy. Absolutely. Happy birthday to you, Luke. Another matchup, of course, will be the Cowboys offensive line led by Tyron Smith, Zach Martin at that right guard spot against the 49ers defensive line. This will be an intriguing matchup because the Cowboys obviously want to keep a clean pocket for Dak Prescott. But I think this will be one of the Cowboys' toughest matchups going up against this 49ers defensive front. But I think the 49ers defensive line will control this game through slowing down the Cowboys running attack and getting after Dak, making him feel uncomfortable in the pocket. I think so. Let's see. Cook Smoke Sports. What's good? Cook Smoke says, what's good, bro? I'm ready. Let's go. I'm ready too, man. I can't wait. We are about, an hour and 13 minutes from kickoff. Let's get it. We got Livy's World in the building. What's good? Livy's World says, what's good, Jay? Let's get it. Absolutely. Livy's World says, happy birthday to Luke. All right. Evan Sports Corner. All right. So we're hearing from a Dallas Cowboys fan and what the Cowboys need to do to win this game. So Evan says Cowboys need to stop the run, and that's something that you guys have had trouble doing all year. And this is one of the best running teams in the NFL. But he says the Cowboys need to stop the run and get going early. Dak needs to be efficient today. Okay. Hey, I respect it, man. You know it, Dan Castillo. You know it, Dan. What's good? Thank you for tuning in, man. Let's see. Tommy Huxley says, my hatred of the Cowboys runs deep. I was in high school when we finally beat them in 94. Yeah, it's crazy that we haven't, met up with the Cowboys in the playoffs since 94. Like, it hasn't really been a rivalry, but for people that have seen them in the 70s, the 80s, and 90s, that was definitely the greatest 49ers rivalry between the Cowboys. And, I'm from that era where I feel like our greatest rivalry, the Niners, is with the Seahawks. But obviously we did have some great games with the Cowboys to catch at Candlestick. So definitely great tradition and memories, man. Luke Luna says, in regards to NYCE, thanks, my brother. I have a good feeling about today, from Jimmy to Mitchell and a fresh leg defense. Let's get this dub. Absolutely. Let's see. Thanks for that update on the Bucks game. The Bucks are beating the brakes off them good old Eagles. Let's see. Dan Castillo says, out here in Daly City at Celia's Niner gang doing it big out here. Excuse me. Out here in Daly City at Celia's Niner gang doing it big out here, man. Thank you for coming through while you're at the bar enjoying getting ready to enjoy the game, man. I appreciate you for coming through. Let's see. We got Young Hitter. He says, let's go faithful. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Tommy Huxley says, if DJ goes to the Sea Chickens, I'll be pissed. They love to get our players, man. They love to get our players. But, I don't fault DJ Jones for, getting the biggest payday he can get. He's earned it by the work he's put in and the success he's had on the field. Of course, I wish we could keep him, but, you never know. You never know. Don Dodson's in the house. What's good? Thanks for tuning in to the stream. Hopefully you're having a great Sunday. I know you're excited for the game. We're only about an hour and 10 minutes away from kickoff. Hey, you said it. You said it, NYCE. Debo and Bosa are the two biggest contracts coming up. Both of these guys will, expect hefty increases in their salaries. Make no mistake about it. I don't know if it'll be this offseason for both players. I'm not sure. But there's no doubt they're having, one of their best seasons of their career since they've been a 49er. Let's see. Don Dotson, you know it. Niner Empire 24/7, 365. You know it. Let's see. Another matchup, George Kittle going up against his Cowboys defense. We know that George Kittle, his numbers were affected by the absence of Trent Williams and also by the emergence of Jawan Jennings, who had a career game. Hopefully we can see George Kittle have a more productive game in the receiving category today against the Cowboys. We know the Cowboys have a safety. His name is escaping me right now, but he's coming back. What's his name? Let me see real quick. The Cowboys have a safety who probably will be matched up on them. Jaron Kearse. So Jaron Kearse could be matched up against Kittle, and I'm comfortable with that. Kittle is a mismatch nightmare for any player in the NFL, for a lot of players in the NFL. And Kearse, I don't think he's matched up with a tight end like Kittle. So, man, looking forward to Kittle. Hopefully he can make his presence felt in the passing game today. And, of course, Jimmy G has to be able to get him an accurate ball. Let's see. Luke Luna, I agree, Jay. I love Jones as a person and a player. I hope we can keep him as well. I agree with you, man. Agree with you. Looks like Young Hitters wishing Luke Luna happy birthday. Let's see. NYCE says, what did you think of that Raiders and Bengals game? The refs played a huge part in how that game played out. I must say that's been the best game so far, and I hope the refs in our game are decent. Yeah, I mean, that was I didn't see the entire game. I saw the highlights, but what I noticed about the Raiders is they had too many field goals. Like you gotta score touchdowns in the playoffs. You ain't gonna be able to beat a good team like Cincinnati with just scoring field goals. And granted, they did get some interesting calls from the referees, but you got to score touchdowns. They had way too many field goals. Let's see. Looks like Tommy's giving us an update. Bucks are winning 31-0. Let's see. Luke Luna says, but their playoff matchups change as different teams win. So we shall see who we play as the ranks change due to certain teams winning or losing. No, that's very true. But in their last month, they played Washington twice. They played the Giants. They played the Eagles twice. In the last month, they really only played one playoff team. And I don't think they haven't played a battle-tested team like the Niners. They did play the Cardinals, but they lost to the Cardinals. So, hey, we'll see. But that's a great point, Luke. Let's see. I think I got this probably at NFL Shop, and I appreciate you. I probably got this at the NFL Shop online. Let's see. Okay. So something else I wanted to bring up was the Cowboys wide receivers versus the 49ers secondary. That's going to be an interesting battle. Obviously, the Cowboys, they're without his name is escaping me, but he tore his ACL. His name is escaping me. But besides him, they have Cedric Wilson, Mari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb. They do have three legitimate NFL wide receivers who can make plays at their position. But I'm looking forward to Emmanuel Mosley, K'Wan Williams, and Ambry Thomas matching up with those three wide receivers. Obviously, you guys know secondary's best friend is a pass rush, and I think the pass rush will help them cover less, which will be a great thing. And that's going to be an interesting matchup. I think the Cowboys, they'll be able to score some points. They'll be able to, make some positive plays against our secondary for sure. But I think the deciding factor will be what happens in the trenches. If we're able to get after Dak, make him feel uncomfortable like we did against Matt Stafford, I think that will lead to a victory Sunday for the 49ers. That's for sure. And I like what I see from Ambry Thomas. He's definitely improving game by game. And I just wish we would have got him in sooner, but the sky is the limit from here on with Ambry Thomas. Feel free to drop your score prediction in the chat. If you haven't already, feel free to do that. But we got to get into Jay's keys to victory. And I think they're pretty simple. The pass rush definitely needs to get home. Definitely have to get after Dak, make him feel uncomfortable. Definitely got to make this offense one-dimensional, so that way the defensive line doesn't have to worry about running plays. We can just go right after Dak. We got to establish the run. With Faithful, I'm expecting to see at least 30 to 40 carries in this game for the 49ers. We're going to see a heavy dose of Elijah Mitchell, Debo. Hopefully, we see a Jeff Wilson Jr. sighting. That's what I'm hoping for. And I think when we're able to run the ball, win the time of possession, it keeps that high-powered Cowboys offense off the field. And obviously, that benefits us greatly. Got to play disciplined football. Now, the Cowboys haven't really done that all season. The Cowboys lead the league in penalties. So the 49ers need to do a good job ourselves in, not having, pass interference penalties, defensive holding, encroachment, whatever. Just play clean football. And also no interceptions and no fumbles on the offensive side of the ball. I think that would be very beneficial for the outcome of the game for the 49ers to go in our favor if we do these things. Pass rush, establish the run, discipline football, and also let's make this Cowboys offense one-dimensional. We know they're going to want to run the ball with Zeke the Freak and Tony Pollard. They haven't really played up against a run defense like us. We've done pretty well defending the run in the last, I would say, month and a half, only averaging about 3.2 yards a carry. And I think this will continue against them boys. I absolutely think this will continue. Those are my keys to victory. Pass rush, get home. Establish the running game. Discipline football. Don't beat yourself. And make this Cowboys offense one-dimensional. Feel free, if you haven't already, drop your score prediction. And I think the faithful, the Niner Empire, I think we should be able to win this game 34-27. And yes, thank you in the chat. SG Sports Talk, it was Michael Gallup. Yeah, that was the Cowboys receiver who unfortunately tore his ACL in a contract year. That's definitely the worst timing. It's never good to have an injury, but that's definitely one of the worst timing to have an ACL injury, especially in the contract years. Hopefully he has a speedy recovery. But the Cowboys, they still have pretty good depth at the wide receiver position, and they are still productive at that position. And I appreciate that, SG Sports. Let's see. Yeah, yep. Michael Gallup is out for the rest of the season with a torn ACL. Let's see. And I appreciate all the comments. I appreciate everyone who was in the chat today. We are about an hour away from kickoff, and I am very, very looking forward to this game. First playoff game since I've been a YouTuber. So this kind of raises the bar for me. And I hope everyone has a great rest of your day. Let's see. NYCE gives us his keys to victory for the 49ers. He says 1, special teams. All right. Special teams was pretty good last week. 2, Kittle was going to be big. Okay. 3, Warner shows why he's that linebacker to reckon with. Okay. And Trent will be making pancakes. And 5, Jimmy G has a better game than Dak. He's got the Niners winning. Wow. All right. By, almost 20 points. He's got the Niners winning 38-21. Okay. All right. I see that, man. Hey, man, those are definitely things that need to come to fruition in order for us to get a victory. And I can't wait to see. Hopefully Aziz will be playing, because then we'll have Aziz, Fred Warner, and Greenlaw all playing together in unison. And I don't think that's happened since week 1 of the season. So that's going to be great for this team. Oh, yeah. And we know what All-Pro Trent will do. We know for sure what All-Pro Trent will do. But I appreciate your keys to victory, NYCE. Young Hitter, I appreciate the kind words, man. He says, great stream. Thank you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. You too, everyone, have a great rest of your day. Enjoy the game. I will have a post-game live stream today at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, win or loss. Y'all know it. So y'all can come back to the intheBay YouTube channel and tell me how the game went. Give me your thoughts. And let's see. Young Hitter says, Niners Empire. Let's go. John says, if we can fire off on all cylinders, I can definitely see a blowout. Wow, that would be incredible. If we blew out the Cowboys, that would be incredible. I don't think that's going to happen, but That would be incredible if that happened. Luke Luna, I don't have any faith in Arizona. For sure, the Rams overtime have proven to be more consistent, but I don't want to LA again. I'd rather smash AZ to pieces with the run game. Yeah, it's going to be, NFC West crime on crime in that game on Monday night. I'm looking forward to it. Honestly, I don't care who wins, but there'll be one less NFC West opponent in the playoffs. So, hey, I'll be happy with that. Whoever wins, good luck to them in the next round. Appreciate you for stopping by SG Sports Talk. Tommy says, if we lose, I'll be in hiding. I hate the cow patties. That's funny. And NYCE says, awesome as always, Jay. Enjoy the game and let's go Niners. Appreciate you as well, NYCE. Appreciate you for coming through and supporting, man. I appreciate that. Go Niners. Marty MF Williams, what's good? He says, good luck, Niner Nation. Still love the channel despite the Seattle representation. Hey, man, I appreciate you for coming through, Marty Ma. Appreciate that. Let's see. David says, go Cardinals. Good luck to your Cardinals on Monday night. SG Sports. Let's move on to the divisional round where the San Francisco 49ers will play the winner of Tampa Bay and Philly. Yeah, I don't care who we play, we advance to the next round. Hey, we'll be ready. I know that we'll be ready and definitely looking forward to the challenge. But yeah, everyone enjoy the game today. Should be starting off in an hour. Go Niners. Like I said before, I think the 49ers should win this game 34-27. Shout out to everyone watching on Jay intheBay Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Feel free to hit that thumbs up button and make sure you subscribe if you haven't already subscribed to Jay intheBay. And I will see you guys later tonight in the post game, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Let's get it. Go Niners. Thanks for tuning in.